Hi you guys, how you doing? Hope you're well. This is the second race from the Moto2 Championship that I'm currently in, and it's following straight on from the last video that I uploaded. And if you watch that video, you'll know that I'd had put the AI difficulty on hard, and didn't do too well. And there were a few things that were going against me in that last race. Firstly, that I hadn't given myself enough time to adjust to the bikes. I didn't really mess with the setups as much as I should have, and I just wasn't ready for the different type of the power basically of the Moto2 bikes compared to the Moto3. Anyway, for this race and for the next couple maybe, I'm going to leave the difficulty on medium with the physics on semi-pro, heavy damage and no flashbacks. A couple of people have said to me, you know, if you don't use flashbacks, what's the point of playing with heavy damage? It's not going to make any difference because you're not going to kind of restart or whatever. I mean, yes, I might restart the race if it's bad enough. And basically, the heavy damage, if you get hit by the bike or the riders or you hit them, it does impact on the bike's performance. And this has happened a couple of times, and I've lost power or stability on the bikes. So that's why I leave it on. Again, it gives a little bit more edge, and it also hopefully encourages me to play cleaner. Anyway, believe it or not, this first corner is the biggest pain. Well, as you can see there, the biggest pain to get around, and I had to do several restarts because I was at the front and I was trying to stay there. I wanted to take the corner faster than I actually physically could, and I just could not get around the corner without being bashed off the bike by the AI. And I'm still undecided whether the AI is just particularly aggressive in this game, or whether they're just set on a predetermined path and will stay on that regardless if you're there or not. So obviously, if you're in the way, you will get nudged, and vice versa. You can nudge them, and you'll see them come flying off and whatever else. But I had to slow right down to get around that corner and lost a few places because of it. And then I spend the rest of the race just fighting to try and get back some of those places. And as you'll see at the end of the race, I don't do too badly. Not fantastic, but not too bad. Again, going back to what I was talking about the bikes, I had to mess with the setting an awful lot to get something that was usable to get around the track. And at first I thought it was just me, and I don't think that's the case now. I think these bikes are just particularly twitchy and awkward, and the game is kind of making you mess with the settings a little bit more, and probably in preparation for the MotoGP tier. So anyway, I had to, in particular, to mess with the sections where you're discussing with a technician about going into the corners and around the corners, and I had to address issues with the stability of the bike when it was braking, and also understeer. And the understeer seems to be an issue across both Moto3 and Moto2 bikes so far, and I'm assuming that'll be the same when I get into the actual MotoGP season. Anyway, I'm loving the game. I really enjoyed the first season. This one I think is going to be slightly more challenging, and I'm going to adjust the difficulty settings as I need to if the game starts to become too easy. But right now, this is giving me just enough challenge where I'm not getting straight wins, and hopefully I'm not coming in at the back of the pack all the time either. So it's a little bit more exciting, hopefully, for me to play, but also for anybody that's actually watching the game, gameplay and the videos. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you watch the rest of the race, and if you enjoy it, please take the time to try and give it a like, a comment, or a subscribe, and I'll catch you up on the next one. Cheers, guys. Take care.
third place will be a real boost for him. He's competitive and has 16 more points in the bag.